What's up everyone, welcome to another video. I am back with another news update video. I have to be honest that these news updates are not my favorite types of videos to make, but I think it's important to make so that you are aware of what's going on and you know the ground reality of United States. Alright, for people who don't know, President Trump passed an executive order just a couple hours ago, August 3rd. I don't know if you're going to be watching it on August 3rd or tomorrow probably, but anyway, the order is mainly revolves around protecting American workers, American jobs, and it has to do a lot with federal government jobs which are contracted out or outsourced, and a lot of other things. I'm going to leave all the articles which I read for this video, and also I will leave the two links. One is the executive order itself. Highly recommend you to go and read. If that order doesn't make sense, there is a fact sheet by White House government website which will actually kind of help you understand the context of the order, so maybe also go and read that. Alright, so the executive order starts with section 1 policy. It is the policy of executive branch to create opportunities for United States workers to compete for jobs, including jobs created through federal contracts. Okay, so let me explain what's going on. This order, to understand this order, you need to understand the history behind this. There's a company called TVA, which is Tennessee Valley Authority. Tennessee Valley Authority is a federally owned corporation created in 1933 to provide flood control, electricity generation, fertilizer, manufacturing, and economic development to Tennessee Valley. It covers most of Tennessee and the parts of Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, as well as some small sections of Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and Georgia, etc. Alright, so recently this company announced that they're gonna outsource 20% of its technology jobs to company based in foreign countries, which means that this could cause more than 200 highly skilled Americans to lose their job. So to avoid that, President Trump most likely passed this executive order just to avoid that whole situation, that hey, we need to keep the jobs in America and we cannot let you outsource to any other company, even if it is low wage income people in foreign countries. And let me make it very clear that this does not impact a lot of tech companies. It is mainly related to federal contracts. Again, I repeat, it's related to federal contracts. It's not Google, Tesla, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft. All the normal tech companies are fine. This is related to federal contracts. Okay, so moving on into the executive order, it says that head of each executive department and agency which enters into contract shall review following conditions, which is whether contractor or subcontractors used temporary foreign labor, which means if TVA or some other federal government agency hired a foreign labor using contracts, then they need to make sure that they are not potentially impacting American jobs, and which means they are they're making sure that they first go through all the American candidates and then they possibly go to the candidates which Americans have not been able to fulfill it. Next point is about offshoring the job. If you are going to give some part of your contract work to some other country, then make sure that this also doesn't relate to losing jobs in America or cutting jobs in America with regards to Americans. And then it follows by saying that head of each agency should enter into contract shall always or shall assess any negative impact of hiring contractor or subcontractor which could be offshoring or onshoring and potentially impact the national security, economy, blah blah blah. You can read it. So basically this whole first part of the executive order talks about that hey, if you are a federal government agency or a federal government company, then you need to make sure that whenever you contract out any of your job, it doesn't mean that you are taking away job from America or from American workers. If you're offshoring something, that doesn't mean that you need to take away jobs in America. That's basically the gist of it. Now the order becomes a little bit more interesting and confusing and misleading. It says that it's in the section 3 part right here. It says within 45 days of date of this order, secretaries of labor and homeland security shall take actions blah 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 caused by employment of H-1B visa holders. So in general it's saying that hey, make sure that everyone still follows all the guidelines of H-1B visa and not misusing the H-1B visa, and making sure that employers don't take advantage of this visa program to take away the jobs from Americans. That's basically targeting towards the companies like TVA, where they would hire a foreign worker, or companies in foreign countries which would be cheap in labor, but technically that means that they're taking away job from Americans. So, and eventually if they want to work for, and that people in foreign country wants to work in United States, which is coming from off job site to on job site, then they have to have a work visa, and that's probably H-1B visa. So they're saying that make sure that you do all kind of thorough investigation before doing something like this. That is what this order is trying to say. I hope this kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. It's, again, I just want to make sure that you understand this is related to federal contracts, tech jobs in federal contracts and federal government. So it doesn't impact most of us. That is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. I have another awesome video planned up with a Canada immigration lawyer. She is also an US immigration lawyer, so we're going to talk about immigration problems in Canada versus United States, life in Canada, life in United States. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling, keep hustling. Gotta hustle every single day.